Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Let's go now.
Throwing right away, here's Locke. Completed to Hyatt.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Set up.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready!
Clock now to throw.
This is down the field for Bellinger.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
That is caught.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Down to the 10.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Set.
Now it's Tracy.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive, They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll run again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
right here.
At their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here
They
we
start
go,
near
set.
midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Right back to Tracy.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. Turbo 1. Funny TX. Connor, long. 8. Hut.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Set.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Block off a play action.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 38.
Get set. Go ahead. Set.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger, 33 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up
44.
on second and 12.
Watson, Oscar. Ready, set.
Here's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
G, 21G.
Tua going to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Here's Locke to throw.
He connects with Hyatt.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we
In
go.
motion, Slayton.
Lock going to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Ready.
A long drive
Hey,
last
come on,
time out
two.
for this
Come on.
offense, Charles.
Solo
If you
left
remember,
Zion.
they started
Solo left
basically in
Zion.
the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back,
Whoa.
I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's
Solo left
happening right
Zion.
now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and
Go ahead.
10 at their own 46.
What?
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's got this down to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throw caught by Achane.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey. Set.
Tua to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had
All
the
right.
incomplete pass
He's
on
right,
second
no.
down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
20 TX. Let's go. Hey, 21 TX. Set.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Come on, set!
On the give, it's Tracy, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Set!
2nd and 6.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready!
On play action, Locke. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here
now
on 4th down? They look to throw. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
32
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Ready, set!
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready!
Here's Locke.
He's got Bellinger.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Let's go!
Now Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Gano's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And
Hey,
last
get set.
time they coughed it up, led to a field goal.
Number
They're
one,
fortunate
high.
that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the...
He's got a man, complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Go!
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Block now to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Locke working out of the gun.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Locke looks to throw it again. On the move to his left. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Drew Locke, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are able to widen their advantage.
A quarterback is not supposed to be able to do this. He's not supposed to be able to take the ball to run like that and not get run down by the defense before scoring.
Gano now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Go ahead. Scat. Corner, long. Over.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Throwing now is Locke.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
62 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we
Not
go,
an
set.
ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
To throw it is Locke.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Come on, set.
Here's Locke to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. In motion right is Robinson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 40.
Play. Out.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion, Hill.
Out.
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Scat. Hey. Set.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Let's go now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Locke.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
In motion, Slayton.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
the ground. Here comes Tracy.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here's Tracy.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Now Locke on the bootleg.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Let's go.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. On the run is Tracy.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Go.
Locke gonna throw. They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Sack.
Now Locke, gotta have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy, he will push his way down to about the 14.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Locke.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Locke to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. And just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Try to take this home. They'll run.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Get set. Watson, Oscar. Ready, set.
Back to throw is Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now Locke.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Come on, set.
Locke to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.